Hey cuties, welcome to Concept Capsule. A right place to access concise notes of varied chapters. Like, share, subscribe.
Hello guys, welcome to Concept Capsule, your smart study buddy. Today we are exploring one of the most beautiful and thoughtful poems from class 9th Beehive textbook, The Road Not Taken, by Robert Frost. This poem is more than just words, it's about the choices we make in life. So let's break it down stanza by stanza in simple language. So please do like, share and subscribe to Concept Capsule for more study drops like this. So let the learning begin. As you all know, this is the very first poetry of class 9th Beehive. The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. So, this well-known poem is about making choices and the choices that shape us. Robert Frost is an American poet who writes simply but insightfully about common ordinary experiences. So firstly we will go through the original poetry and then through the summarized version to understand it better, because students find it complicated to understand the poet's point of view directly through his own words. So we will break it down into simpler form. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveller, long I stood and looked down when as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth, then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and this has made all the difference. So we have go we have gone through the original poetry. So now we are going to understand its summarized version. Okay, so the summary of the first stanza. This is the summary of the first stanza. Isn't it easy peasy? So let's go through it. The poet is walking in a forest during autumn. He sees two roads going in different directions. He feels sad because he can choose only one road. He stands there for a long time thinking which road to take. This shows how difficult it is to make choices in life. It is not about just roads, it's about every choice a person makes in his or her life. Okay, so this is the first stanza. In this stanza, the poet comes across two roads in different directions. He feels sad, okay, and because he can choose only one road, he stands there for a long time thinking which road to take. This shows how difficult it is to make choices in life. Now this is the summary of the second stanza. The poet chooses the second route. Why? Let's go through it. It looked almost the same as the first one, but seemed a little less used. It had grass on it, so he thought not many people had walked on it because the grass was not trampled by anyone's feet. But then he feels that both roads were actually almost equal. There was not much difference between them. Now let's move on to the third stanza. Both roads looked fresh that morning, with leaves not yet stepped on. The poet thought he might come back someday to try the first road, but he doubted it because he knew how one decision leads to another and he might never get the chance to return. The poet doubted that whether he'll come back or not. Now, this is the last stanza. The poet says that in the future he will remember this choice with a sigh. He will say that he took the road that fewer people had chosen and that one small decision make a big difference in his life. So we should not always follow others. We should do and take decision on our own. We should do something different. Like what others are doing, we should do exactly the opposite of that thing. So this is the message of the poem. Our life is full of choices, and the decisions we make shape our future. Sometimes we have to choose a path that is different or difficult. Sometimes we face many challenges and difficulties because of our decision. Even if we are unsure, we must move forward on our decision. The poet teaches us to be brave while making decisions and accept the results with confidence. We should be confident with our decision. Every choice makes us who we are. So this is a beautiful message of the poem, and I hope you all must have understood the poem, because I have summarized each and every line of the stanza. But if there are any doubts, you can tell me in the comments. Bye bye.